All right, everyone. Am I here? I don't think the sound's working. Okay, it is. I'm lagged. All right. All right, everyone. Yeah, sorry. There's just a stream delay, so I was I wasn't sure. Anyway, we've got a race of round two of our Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor tournament going on today. Today we've got. Let's see, who have we got today? We have got Ivypaw and MetroidMaster, two regulars of the Metroid Prime Randomizer community. Um, Ivypaw will be mentored by Jay, otherwise known as a name I'm not going to say, and MetroidMaster, I believe, is waiting on their last-minute mentor, which is Nye. So we will be waiting a little bit. And meanwhile, let me see if I can get the sound working. Oh. There we go. All right. So we may be waiting a little bit. Um, so I guess while we're waiting, we've got our runners here posted in the chat. Please follow their Twitch streams if you'd like to. Um, we've got me in the commentary booth. And then please follow SpeedGaming as well. And thanks to them for hosting these races and providing the infrastructure and such for this to go on. So it looks like we'll be starting up shortly. We've got a nice percentage of completion for Ivypaw's first game, and double that for their third game. And MetroidMaster just kind of started a new erase and start a new file. Ripping stuff already. I guess while you're at it, if you're new here, there's also, if you're interested in Metroid Prime Randomizer, there's also some links to the Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament, which is what this is, as well as the Speed Gaming schedule and our Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord. And it looks like we will be starting shortly. There seems to be a little bit of a lag. All right, here we go. So, if you haven't seen Metroid Prime Randomizer before, but you're familiar with the game, first thing you'll notice is we're skipping the introduction frigate, and we'll be starting right off and tell an overworld. And you're gonna see them both uh, not save the game and do this trick called space jump first, where you get to scan dash off of Scannable over there, and then I'll get to run over and grab what would be space jump. What have we got there? Super missile first. That's really interesting. Be quick. And we have got bombs behind the ship. Very interesting. So without any missiles or morph ball, they won't be able to get the artifact temple or much of anything, and you'll see them go right to the where you normally find missiles, which is in the hive totem. So they'll just be heading on over there. So heading into Choza Runes, what have we got? We've got missiles. We've got more missiles in early Chozo Runes. And what have we got on Grapple Ledge? We've got an not on Grapple Ledge, on Vault Ledge. We've got an artifact on Vault Ledge. We've got that boost ball there and ruined. I forgot what that room is called. I really have to learn my room names. Ruined something, that's for sure. We won't be seeing Ruined Gallery yet without missiles. And what have we got? And we've got Morph Ball, it looks like, in the Hive Totem room. A nice, well done dash by Ivypaw there to get that first try. It's a bit of a tricky dash, requires some bending without space jump. And MetroidMaster gets it first try as well. Very nice. With that, they've got... Really, what do they have, actually? Without any missiles. Only Morph Ball. I don't actually know where that leads them. I guess we'll see. Ivy seems to have a plan. Definitely getting these bombs. Oh, bombs and then boost. That's what it is. Yes, behind the ship to get bombs. And that lets them get the boost in, was that Rune Nursery, I believe? And then that lets them get the missile launcher in Main Plaza, which is kind of a painful start. Ivypaw seems to have a little bit of a lead here. Slightly, a bit faster movement. Is making up this difference. So we'll see if MetroidMaster will be able to make up that with some good routing over this game or warm up a bit. Morph Ball is one of your fastest methods of movement. It's a bit faster than walking generally, but without boost, scan dashing will still be the fastest, I believe. One other nice thing about Morph, which I have only recently learned, is that these little beetles in these tunnels, well, they do a lot of damage if you're not morphed. But if you are morphed, they hardly do any. You can just roll right through them. Which, quite convenient. Let's see. Wow. Let's see Ivy do a nice little trick to get that boost ball early. Some nice movement there. Where are they going now with that boost? Oh, they're getting gallery tunnel, of course. Don't forget the gallery tunnel. I've forgotten it myself many times. And we've got missile expansion gallery tunnel. That is not the logical missile. Yet another missile expansion here in the other part of the Rune Gallery. Now heading for that high totem room again with missiles in tow. Should be able to check that room behind the hive totem. And then also head into Vault and get that Vault Ledge item. Yet more missiles. Meanwhile, MetroidMaster taking the slightly slower to get that boost ball. But it looks like they will be going the same way. Interesting. Not quite, actually. MetroidMaster going to be getting this getting this logical, looks like it should be a missile launcher, but not checking Ruined Gallery. Yep, there's the missile launcher. Not checking Ruined Gallery or what was the other? Ruined Gallery or okay, but now we're heading there. And Ivy is going to be getting this this Vault energy tank. Pretty nice. Ivy's music seems to be really quiet. See if I can do a little cleanup here. Some music volume. Never mind, looks like we're actually good. Well, seems fine. Oh, wait, I have to be. I completely forgot that I am also tracking. Wow, I have to catch up on that. Sorry, everyone. More fallen bombs for each of these and boost. Ivy's got, I believe, one artifact. Sorry, folks. A little bit slow. Not used to this yet. Grapple for Ivy. Interesting. Right, we'll have bombs too. Where are these bombs at? Oh, and Ivy looks like they have picked up various suits as well. Heading back into the Talon 4 overworld. Looks like we're going to get an artifact check. Probably Crash Frigate as well. Ivy continues to be speeding along with this boost ball. Looks like they're making up slightly, they're making this movement gap just a little bit greater over time. But there hasn't been much room for rounding decisions yet, so we'll see how things go in the end. No look at the artifact. All right, let's see these artifacts. Research Lab Aether, Life Grove Tunnel, Gathering Hall, Warrior Shrine, Frigate Crash Site. Interesting. These are some pretty early artifacts. I believe they're almost all available. MetroidMaster gonna miss this fight. Unfortunately, they'll have to fight these beetles. This Life Grove Tunnel is a bit hard to get to. Aether will need wave, but they will obviously be getting wave pretty early. Yeah, so overall, these are pretty early artifacts. Could be a pretty jet seed. And grapple from MetroidMaster as well. All right, we've got gravity from Ivy. Interesting. Early gravity suit is always a little weird. That could indicate something like having to get to the back end of Fendrana through Windfires, or it could, God forbid, indicate Frigate Crash Site or Far Fen. Metroidmaster is similarly going to pick up this area now. Now Ivy heading back into Chozo. And MetroidMaster heading that same route that Ivy just did. So, I guess we'll see. I'm a little surprised we didn't see any root cave and arbor chamber checks, but they are a little bit scary to do. You know, without any X-ray, that's not in logic. And then obviously the arbor chamber needs plasma as well. We are still missing Space Jump. That's the next really big progression item that we're going to be looking for. Ivy, with all of these items now, is going to be looking at the middle of Chozo, likely Watery Hall first. That's always... There's so many checks in Watery... I guess Watery Hall with bombs is in logic as well. With bombs and gravity, which is kind of spicy. Power Bomb expansion is really nice here. The first Power Bomb expansion being early really lets you route in some nice stuff. For example, we could get Magma Pool here, although not in logic. It would be a little bit silly to check now without it being in logic and no wave beam, but it is possible. Be able to check this lower dynamo as well. Did MetroidMaster check their hints? Because if not, Okay. They will not be going to Frigate Crash Site. We know Frigate Crash Site is just an artifact, so it's not worth checking yet. So, looks like MetroidMaster also knows. Ivy going to be looking at this Watery Hall item. We got just missile expansions in the water and Watery Hall, so that's pretty convenient. Won't have to go do that. Won't have to do that bomb jump. Now what we see is Zoid check. And it looks like MetroidMaster might be doing oh, maybe not. Well, MetroidMaster will be coming across this gravity shortly. And there it is. Now heading into Magmore. So that's a pretty big divergence for now. Ivy's gonna pick up that artifact. Quite convenient routing. Now let's see what Magmore has for us today. Fiery Shores. What does Fiery Shores have for us? I didn't quite see it. Missile behind Zoid. A energy tank will be pretty nice here. Magmore can be a little scary. I guess we do have both suits, but without space jump, it's kind of hard to move around quickly and avoid lava. Magmore can be a little bit scary because of that. The 3 energy tanks are pretty nice for most of the game. Shore Tunnel has for us today a nothing. That's a pretty cool looking nothing, actually. I doubt we'll be getting. I doubt we will be getting a space Wave Beam and Zoid. That's going to pay off hugely for Ivy. Unless, I guess we'll see what Phendrana has to offer us, which I assume is where MetroidMaster is going now. No, maybe not. Except they're going to be doing the front of Magmore. So staying in Chozo looks like it's going to be paying off quite. It's going to be have a huge payoff for Ivy here. So I guess we have yet to see what the front of Magmore has to offer us. But there's not a whole lot you can do here without space jump. There's only one the storage cavern item. This Triclops Pit item is very hard to get without space jump, and I don't think they'll be getting that. I didn't actually see what it was, but they probably won't be getting it anyway. Meanwhile, Ivy going to be doing this lower furnace check. The storage cavern has for us today just missiles. So I guess there's one more major check we've got here, which is Lava Lake. But if that's nothing, Ivy will be massively ahead. I have to add the waving to the tracker. I have to remember I am also tracking. There we go. What does Lava Lake have for us? This is really it's not quite the right room there for that Lava Lake item. We're going to be getting a Flogra check. That would be a little bit spicy here. And unfortunately, Lava Lake is just an energy tank. Looks like Ivy will be doing Flogra. It is convenient timing, and Flogra has had so much stuff for us in this tournament so far. So I I do have to say it seems a little out of the way, but we know that there's not a whole lot in Magmore to do. And the last races have all suggested that this would be really important. You know, MetroidMaster going to work to start. I wonder if they're going to. I wonder what they're doing with that. I would think it would have been faster to get to Chozo from the front side. Well, probably, but I think that they have a plan. We're gonna. Rip. Flogger is a little bit trickier without the space. Ivy is very nicely done so far. Good scan actually. Flogger being a little bit of a pain as always, but Ivy's just rocking. Nicely done. Just a missile expansion on Flogger today. I doubt we will be seeing early wild with the bombs, but you do never know. Yeah, without Fireball, this is a little bit awkward because now we're going to have to leave that other check behind. And we're going to get an attempt at early wild from Ivy. Let's see. This would be pretty hype if they got it. So here, if you wedge yourself into the corner and morph ball, it slows you down, and you can actually infinitely bomb jump up. Oh no! And it was so close, but we didn't quite get the movement into the hallway again. So we'll just be going down into Magmore for Ivy here. Meanwhile, MetroidMaster taking this Gathering Hall save, and we'll be getting Watery Hall, which is nothing, unfortunately. So the Power Bomb expansion will be quite handy. Ivy will be making their way through Magmore. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Space Jump yet, considering how early it's been in most of the races that I've seen so far. How's Ivy's stream doing? There seems to be some problems with Ivy's stream. Oh, they're still going, but okay, there's some problems with the SpeedGaming restream of Ivy, unfortunately. Alright, we are back in business. I think. Yes. MetroidMaster going to get the unfortunate news that there is nothing to be found here in Watery Hall. And Ivypaw going to get the unfortunate news that there's nothing to be found here in Magmore. MetroidMaster going to get this get this missile expansion here with their gravity suit and bombs. A little bit out of the way, but more missiles is always good, especially with super missiles available. More missiles can do a great amount in speeding up final boss, like Ridley and such like that. And actually, just in general, fighting people when moving around the map, it's good to have more missiles. Metroidmaster similarly going to head up to Void, it looks like. Ivypaw, unfortunately, going to have to make the slow route up to the top of Monitor Station without space jump. Unless we're going to get a nice dash. Nice dash! We're going to actually get this space jump-less Monitor Station. This is a bit tricky. And nice dash there. Understandable is to get up to the top of Monitor Station is a bit tricky there. This will clean up the routing by a fair amount by being able to get both Upper Fiery Shores and this artifact. That's 3 artifacts here by Ivy. MetroidMaster are going to work on getting their second here in the top of Gathering Hall. Ivy's going to speed the energy tank and lower Fiery Shores and just skip it. With 5 E-tanks, so 4 E-tanks already. There's plenty of health already for them to get basically through most of that. MetroidMaster are going to start up Zoid here. Here and whatever name this group. Through right before they did the Andrana elevator. This out. That's a spider ball. Very interesting. That's unfortunate for MetroidMaster that they didn't check that while they were in Magmore. So that does leave a few unchecked things in Chozo that might have to come back with, and there's that wave beam for MetroidMaster. That will, yes, that's a little bit unfortunate because that would have been a great time to go check out, say, Upper Dynamo, for example. Well, so Ivy just making their way through, and I need to check this. Ice Rooms East. I didn't catch what was in the lighthouse, unfortunately. And space jump. Oh wow, that is kind of a nasty location, but that's very good routing for Ivy right there to get that. Okay, well, whatever's in Lighthouse, Ivy's getting it, so guess we'll see, huh? X-ray. X-ray in Lighthouses. That'll be nice to get. That'll be nice to have. MetroidMaster about to check out this upper furnace item. This is also a bit convenient. It looks like it's just a missile. Are you gonna check out um, this ice chapel item as well? And so let's see. From here, we've got a whole lot of stuff in Kandrana we can do. With Wave Beam and Boost, that puts, Space Jump, that puts labs into logic. Let's see. Without Thermal, Thardus is still not logic. So Ivy's just making their way over, probably to Fendrana Canyon. And then I have to imagine labs will be after that. MetroidMaster taking a warp to start again. Alright. Wonder where we'll be going for that. It's like Magmore again. Alright, an Ivy. Okay, and in Fen Canyon, we've got. That's an Ice Spreader. So we've got both Ice Spreader and Super Missile. That will make Monoblastus quite fast. MetroidMaster making their way back down to Magmore. This is pretty unfortunate. We were in Magmore before, and now we know that we're going to be finding Spider. But theoretically, MetroidMaster could have gotten that space jump in Spider before even doing Zoid. Interesting standable there for that. I've never actually seen standing on Spider. Anyway, just a missile expansion. Now, Ivy probably will be just heading into labs at this point. With Wave Beam and Super Missiles and Boost Ball, it's all in. The whole thing is in logic. Although, you will be likely seeing the infamous Observatory Dash, which lets you skip that Boost Ball. I only just recently learned that spider in the beginning of that pirate in the beginning of Labs is a shadow pirate. Apparently, for being able to scan him, that's why, unlike all of the other pirates in this area, it dies in 3 missiles instead of 2. Something that's always confused me. Here we got Spider by MetroidMaster. Nicely done with those jumps. see what we've got here in Research Lab Hydra. Just the misses here in Research Lab Hydra, so be nice to have, but nothing crucial. Here would be going up Observatory. This isn't logic with Boost Ball, although I doubt we will be seeing this selection. Not quite getting that Observatory back. A little bit of a pain with these pirates attacking you. They can knock you around and keep you from getting your movement done right. There, the second try, very nice Observatory dash. On the top of Observatory, just missed. Looks like Ivy's going to be getting it anyway. I am of the opinion you can't have two misses. MetroidMaster going to be coming across the space jump very soon. There we go. So here in this room, in this lighthouse, or I forgot what this room is called. In this room here, where Ivy is, you can skip the flying pirate trigger, which takes a very long time to fight, by the way. You can skip it by carefully jumping right in front of that door, and you can just barely avoid that fight trigger. We're having a little bit of an issue, it looks like, with Ivy's stream right now. Just a little bit touch and go, but looks like everything should be going all right pretty soon. MetroidMaster also going to grab this X-ray. Yeah. It looks like it's just a SpeedGaming stream issue. So I guess I'll go ahead and change the audio to MetroidMaster while we're waiting on that. MetroidMaster also in the checklist, Ice Chapel. Chapel of the Elf, whatever it is, I'm not quite sure. I don't remember which one is which. Without Plasma, we won't be able to check what's behind this ice frozen area. Although there is a nice peek you can do with super missiles, but I don't know how that works. I wonder if we'll see if there will be space for that to do those new peaks. And just a missile there, so MetroidMaster will be backing out. Unfortunately, not helpful. Oh, maybe we are going to get this peak from MetroidMaster. Very cool. So if you back up into this corner and you shoot a super missile, you can the super missile recoil animation puts your camera into the wall. You can actually see out of bounds. This is very recently discovered, and you can actually use all of the beam combos, I believe, and you can do all sorts of items very early. Really cool. Oh, and it looks like we've had a failure from MetroidMaster there the first time. Oh, and we get to see it. Very nice peak. That was just an energy tank, so MetroidMaster will not have to come back in the case of, for example, a hinted phase on suit in for example, a hinted phase-on suit in Phendrana, MetroidMaster knows that it won't be there. Which is something that could really benefit them if this race really comes down to the phase-on suit hunt. So, yeah, unfortunately, Ivy's stream appears to still be having some problems. Unfortunately, I don't believe there's anything I can do about it. MetroidMaster unfortunately does not know this this peak or this standable to get up, either the slope jump or the standing on enemies to get up here. So we'll have to take the slightly slower route to get over to the Pirate Labs. We'll get this Ice Runes West item check, and what we have there is just another missile. Okay, I can confirm that Ivy is still moving on their stream. This is just a speed gaming issue, it looks like. Actually, looks like they will be heading into Thardis. So, I'll give you some updates now and then when I see it. Or maybe just skipping Thardis, unfortunately. MetroidMaster gets the Ice Spreader as well, which reminds me I have to put that on both of their trackers. So Ivy has picked up the thermal visor in the meantime. I'm not sure where that was. I guess it's a little bit unnecessary to me. It's a little bit silly to be updating Ivy's tracker without any video. But what can you do? MetroidMaster are going to be actually making their way into labs now. And so, alright, we'll be getting this Ruined Courtyard? Is this Ruined Courtyard? I believe this is Ruined Courtyard. Oh, unfortunately, falling down. We'll be able to take the Spider Ball back up. I've had a real tough time with the stand bowl in this room getting up to the top lately, so this is a pretty reasonable route to go. Take the spider route and just jump in. But we do know there's just a missile there, unfortunately. I may contact someone. I'll try and contact someone at SpeedGaming to see if we can get something for this this stream. Before it had been fixing itself, but it looks like it's not right now. And MetroidMaster going to warp to start before checking labs. Very interesting. Oh, maybe taking this to the to quarantine monitor. That's very nice. That is in logic. Well, yes, quarantine monitor is in logic. And also, yes, this is the logical... Oh no, we're going back into Chozo. Never mind. Tower of Light, perhaps. Tower of Light. We can also get Magma Pool with our single super missile, or not, our single power bomb expansion. Training chamber access and training chamber is all pretty nice. Which I should put that on. So it looks like MetroidMaster will be heading over to Tower of Light. So this isn't something we've seen yet on Ivy's stream either. So this could be a pretty big check to see. I have not seen the standable method used this way before. So that's a pretty nice little slope jump it looks like to get up. Although these beetles are not being nice. Not quite making this jump, unfortunately. There we go. Oh, fell down, but still. Practically all the way there. Nicely done, making it onto that standable. With Gravity Suit, Tower Chamber is very easy to check. And just a missile, unfortunately. To get this first step of Tower of Light skipped by a nice jump and standable. And it looks like we're going to be getting these dashes. The first jump is pretty tough. But it looks like this will be... We're going to be getting these dashes. The second and third dashes are a bit easier, but they're certainly not easy. Unfortunate and down. And it looks like here we're just going to get the vanilla method, blowing up these blocks and then looking to seed. And I don't skip the cutscene, and it's just a nothing at the top of Tower of Light. Very unfortunate. We are currently actively working on restarting Ivy stream. Thank you to the SpeedGaming volunteers who are helping us out with that. Once again, please follow SpeedGaming on Twitch. Thanks to them for supporting our racing and stuff like that, and the streaming of everything. That's very useful. I guess while we're at it, follow our racers too. Here. The racers are here. Linked in the Twitch, and we're going to see Magma Pool here from MetroidMaster as well. We've just got a missile in Magma Pool, very unfortunate. And it looks like Ivy has picked up Plasma while we were going. So, that's pretty handy. We're going to be able to have Plasma. I'm going to have to work on getting this tracker restarted. We've got Plasma, we've got Wave. So I wonder if Plasma was on Thardus. That would be pretty awful, but pretty funny. Just a missile in Upper Root Cave, unfortunately. And just a missile in Arbor Chamber. Meanwhile, I did miss what was in Training Chamber and Training Chamber Access, but it doesn't look like anything new's been picked up. And actually, MetroidMaster going to pick up this next artifact as well while we're here, I assume. Oh, they have already picked it up. I did not see that. I'm a little bit behind on the artifact counts, I'm afraid. I'm not quite sure where we're at exactly. Ivypaw also going to be checking Tower of Light now. We do know that this is all nothing. We are going to see an upper dynamo check by MetroidMaster. This is a really obnoxious, very easily forgotten check, and just a missile, unfortunate for them as well. Ivy also going to be doing the standable method for that first jump. Makes the dash. Very well done. What about the second dash? Very well done as well there. An unfortunate nothing, though. Perhaps we are going to see a antechamber check by MetroidMaster. Or even, I guess we could also get Crossway. There's a few things back here that are in logic with a Wave Beam, but still no ice. And it seems to me that what we really need is probably that Plasma in either Thardus or Quarantine Monitor. Or anything back there. Ivy also going to be checking Magma Pool. So I guess I'll get my chance to see what was in Training Chamber Access and Training Chamber now. Are we going to see... Wow. Oh, unfortunate. The Magma Pool dash has been failed by Ivy. Well, we are going to get just the jump out. With Gravity Suit, you can just jump out. And I believe that was just a Power Bomb expansion there in Crossway. It was just a more missile in Training Chamber Access and nothing in Training Chamber. These ghosts will be pretty easy with X-ray and super missiles. I guess one other thing is that the ghosts on Flagra are in logic now, which is kind of a pain, but they have been very actively having progression. If we had another Ice Beam on Flagra Ghost, that would be kind of awful, but certainly it's happened many times in this tournament already. But first we've got this antechamber check by MetroidMaster. It looks like we are going to be seeing Flagra Ghost from Ivy, most likely. MetroidMaster scans this, and we will be seeing antechamber shortly. Vanilla Ice would also be quite funny, but awful. But this has been a pretty fast seed so far. And we have Vanilla Ice. That is something, let me tell you. That's, wow. That's pretty bad. So now Vanilla Ice lets us do quite a few things. That lets us go into Phazon Mines, for example. That lets us do, with X-Ray, that lets us do Great Tree Chamber. And Life Grove, which will be nice. We'll be able to pick up... Oh, it looks like we are not getting Life Grove just yet from MetroidMaster. Meanwhile, Ivy doing the Sun Chamber Ghosts. Vanilla Ice is pretty bad. Interesting. Are we going to be seeing Frigate? With Gravity Suit, it's quite fast, but it's not in logic without thermal. Oh, it looks like we're going to be heading back up. Alright. Just a quick overgrown cavern check. And then heading back up. Likely, I would assume, to get that Life Grove. Getting that Life Grove artifact. Ivy making their way a bit behind MetroidMaster in this route to the upper dynamo. So it looks like Ivy will be making their way across this ice relatively soon. It makes sense to that they will also end up at Antechamber for that ice beam. It's quite soon. But meanwhile, let's see what Great Tree Chamber and Life and the other Life Grove related items are. So this is now in logic, Great Tree Chamber, with that X-ray. And it's just a missile, unfortunately. We know Life Grove Tunnel is the artifact. The standable is kind of narrow to stand on, but MetroidMaster gets that first one first try. And then the second jump, it's a little bit of pain. You have to go through that hole right there. Oh, okay. It looks like we're just going to see the grapple, or the spider method, which is just fine. Once you're already there, it's pretty fast. Now, Life Grove Tunnel is certainly one of the locations in this game. I cannot tell you how many minutes I have spent trying to boost to the top of there, but MetroidMaster gets it quite early. Good job. Unfortunately, a nothing in the first Life Grove item. What about the second Life Grove item? Just an energy tank. Unfortunately, I suppose with that plasma, we are more or less in go mode. Or as soon as Ivy finds this ice beam, Ivy will be in go mode, and MetroidMaster is just the plasma away from go mode. Looks like we're having some stream issues with Ivy again. But hopefully it should not be too bad. MetroidMaster having a little bit of a tough time with the standable on that little rock. It's a pretty tough standable to get on, and then the R jump after it is not easy with so little area to walk around. So hopefully they're getting the standable quite consistently now, but not quite making the jump. And Ivy will be making their way to this antechamber ice beam as well. So this race is actually going quite well. Unfortunately, MetroidMaster has just barely missed a few important items, and is fairly significantly behind Ivy. But the seed itself isn't too bad. There are some unfortunate parts of it. The start of it was very slow, but not too terrible. Are we going to see a fun little boostless, space jumpless? Oh no, we're not quite. We're just going to get the slope jump off of the toad. There are supposedly some interesting methods of getting the toads to suck you in and making your way to the top levels with that, but I don't actually know how that works. I thought that's what we were going to see. And Ivy is seemingly entertained by that ice beam location. And they will also be making their way to that artifact. Which reminds me, I need to go track the artifacts. Now MetroidMaster making their way back to the start. So there were some stream issues mid-game. So some of the... Oh, wow. Ivy does have bombs. Sorry, apparently I forgot to add that to the tracker. There were some issues with Ivy's stream about midway, so I'm not quite caught up on Ivy's inventory. And some things I'm not quite sure about, like some of the artifacts and so on. Artifact counts I'm not confident on. MetroidMaster gonna get this frigate crash site artifact. Ooh, a very nice boost skip on the Life Grove tunnel. Ivy going to also get the unfortunate news that there is nothing in Life Grove proper. So I wonder, will MetroidMaster go... Where is MetroidMaster going right now? Okay, Looks like they've turned around. I believe Chozo is practically full cleared at this point, other than Hall of the Elders. There's one Hall of the Elders item, which has not been checked yet with this Ice Beam. So in this seed, Ivy is leading by a fairly significant amount. Ivy has had a little bit better movement throughout this whole seed, and also there's been some close but very unfortunate routing decisions in a few key locations that has led MetroidMaster to miss out on a few key items that's really impacted the overall routing. So unfortunately, MetroidMaster is quite a bit behind right now. Speaking of, MetroidMaster does have Ice Beam. I have to add that to the tracker. MetroidMaster going to try and get this out of bounds into Arbor Chamber. This is a really, really useful trick. That's not too bad. But it looks like their mentor is probably walking them through it. It is really baby's first out of bounds. You have to just slope jump off of this and then jump backwards and you end up on the roof. It's a very, very convenient for checking this without plasma, because plasma is often very late. So with that, Ivy has at least 5 artifacts, and I guess we'll soon see if it's 6. I didn't see quite all of the checks. It looks like that's probably 6 with the save coming up right now, the save and ammo refill, and then it'll be a phase-on suit hunt. Unfortunately, MetroidMaster does not get that. It isn't a huge loss for them. We know that that's just I believe a missile expansion, or perhaps an energy tank. Nothing too important anyway. Ivy also has Ice Beam. I really have to keep track of this. So MetroidMaster going to be heading for the front of Fen, which has been mostly seen before, so it's a little bit unfortunate. We do know that I believe that Thermal Visor must have been in labs, although we didn't get to see it because of the stream problems. And Plasma Beam is somewhere in those locations or thereabout. We're not exactly sure where Plasma is either. But Ivy does have all 6 artifacts. So a fun thing about Ridley here, Ridley is honestly kind of a tough boss in some ways. Does a lot of damage, has a lot of health, you know, part of the final boss, gauntlet, I suppose. But until its last stage, it takes a huge amount of damage from Boost Ball. So if it lands, you can Boost Ball into it and immediately put it at like 1/4 health, and that has it fighting at this last stage. There's that Artifact of Life Giver from MetroidMaster. And the very fast Ridley from Ivy. So we're going to see this phase-on suit location shortly, or area at least. So we haven't actually set foot in Mines at all yet. And phase-on suit is in Mines, so I guess we will be seeing Mines shortly. Thankfully, we have everything needed to full clear Mines. I assume Ivy will be going in from PPC. That's usually a very convenient location from the starting location. And MetroidMaster now making their way into the back of Magmore, likely to the back of Vendrana as well. Although we could see interesting mines rush as well. Although that is also not in logic without the main PBs. Sorry about some of the problems with the tracker. You'll notice that I'm just adding things as I go. That I have been missing some things. But I think I'm just about all caught up now. We're gonna get plasma processing from MetroidMaster. This is... I'm not sure about this one. Unfortunately, we don't have plasma beams, so if there's anything in plasma processing other than vanilla plasma, we won't be able to get it regardless. No, I don't... Oh, we're gonna get a nice grapple dash from Ivy. That's always fun. I don't believe there were any major RAs. I don't think there were any RAs at all. The earlier race had random start locations and elevators, didn't it? So, this is a bit different. Or, I guess, normal. So Ivy is just going to skip plasma processing. Makes sense. With, you know, Ivy is in phased on suit go mode, and all that's needed is the is it somewhere in phase on mines. So where do you think all right, chat, where do you think in phase on mines this gravity suit is going to be? Lower or upper? I think we're gonna get vanilla. That would be pretty funny. But even worse than vanilla, I think might be like main quarry. Central Dynamo Phazon, that would be something. PCA, that would also be something. Alright, so we got a lot of lower mines hopefuls. MetroidMaster having a little bit of a tough time with this slope jump here. Oh, and they make it very nice. Unfortunately, we know that it's not plasma here in plasma processing. It is just a missile. And just a missile here in Phazon processing. Now let's see, will MetroidMaster be making their way to mines or Vendrana? Vendrana is a bit interesting because we do have gravity suit, and this does put us in far Vendrana as well, potentially. Although, oh, that's where plasma is. That's a pretty awful plasma location as well. So unfortunately, this has actually been in logic for a long time. Looks like Ivy made it here through Thardus. Ivy also going to check the boombox. Very good. Following Bruh's very strict instructions to always check both whenever you go through PPC. But, okay, we're gonna get upper mines first. Unfortunately, neither vent shaft nor PPC nor the boombox had Phazon suit. And MetroidMaster gets their plasma. So we're going to get a save. Oh, we're getting we're not getting the flamethrower from Ivy. Unfortunately, the seed is not valid. I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to redo the race. Well, anyway, my thought was that we're going to get a main Corey phase on suit, so I guess we'll shortly see if that's correct. Ooh, that's a nice dash. I will have to keep that in mind. I have not seen that before. You can make it all the way to the top from that starting spot. Wave Buster. We're getting a Wave Buster. Oh, we're not getting a Wave Buster. Unfortunate. We're getting Far Fendrana from MetroidMaster. So MetroidMaster, I don't know what they are looking for right now. I'm not sure if they have 5 or 6 artifacts, unfortunately. Oh, they're probably getting that Research Lab Aether artifact to finish up their artifacts, and then they will also be going to go fight Ridley. Wow, and that's a vanilla thermal. That's pretty funny. Are they going to be skipping the thermal? Oh, they're probably... No, so there's an artifact in Research Lab Aether. So MetroidMaster is probably going to get that to finish up their collection of artifacts to fight Ridley. So they're probably going to get that first, and then they're going to go back and get this, that thermal visor after. Unless they're planning on just skipping thermal. Maybe they feel like they're very far behind, and they're just going to gamble on saving more time on final bosses than the thermal is worth. Okay, they're just checking that upper item. Meanwhile, ID going to go fight this phase on somebody. I don't remember what its name is. And hoping for that phase on suit here. These guys, you can also just walk around, and as long as you are not in front of them ever, they will never actually start fighting you. But unfortunately, due to the other pirates, it was not able... ID was not able to get that, that AI abuse. Yes, there was also vanilla thermal. I'm not quite sure if this was actually randomized. We may have to redo this race. That's a joke. This is actually any percent races. You know, the chance of ending up with the all vanilla item locations is very slim, but not quite zero. Was that? I didn't quite see what that was. Yeah, that was a nice elite research climb. I haven't seen that before. That looks pretty handy. We are going to get this ore processing climb. This is a pretty tricky climb, but thankfully we do get to skip the last step in not having... Well, I guess, first of all, we're going into lower mines, so we get to skip it anyway. But it is a bit of a pain without grapple. And MetroidMaster also going to be heading into Ridley now. So it looks like the lower mines believers were correct. We are going to have a lower mines phase on suit. Ivy's had quite nice movement this entire race. That's a pretty big part of why they've pulled ahead, is actually just generally very fast movement throughout this whole race. We're going to get a very fast cloaked drone cheese. And we have only, I didn't quite see what that was in Central Dynamo, but it wasn't the phase on suit. Wow, Ivy must have picked up some more, that's pretty funny. We still haven't seen the main PBs, so Ivy has picked up all of the PB expansions. Nice Ridley abuse here. Ivy gonna get, oh, not quite gonna get this dash. And a very fast and good RNG Ridley from MetroidMaster as well. They are going to get also the unfortunate news that this phase on suit basically could be anywhere in mines. Not that they haven't stepped foot in it until they fought Ridley. Ivy continuing to make their way through lower mines. There's not a whole lot of locations that could still be, so we could get, there's a reasonably high chance that we will get a vanilla phase on suit. Oh, was that phase? I just missed it. Was that phase on suit down there? It must have been. Kind of a silly time to turn around, if not. Alright, I will actually set the music back to Ivy with them being ahead again and their stream working correctly. So Ivy's just going to be making their way back to that Central Dynamo save station, and they will be... Oh, that's actually quite a nice phase on suit color. I like that purple. Lots of purple from Ivy today. Yeah, Central Dynamo, I didn't know you had to kill the cloaked drone multiple times. I thought you just had to do the maze. So, that's pretty interesting. Funny maze, but doesn't look too bad. Nice straight lines, at least. Yeah, that's a pretty nice maze. MetroidMaster still making their way to the phase on mines. Meanwhile, Ivypaw will be warping to start. And, starting up those final bosses. Unfortunate, we could have had the full tracker if Ivy had just picked up that Wave Buster and Flamethrower. It's a real shame, I tell you. We did see all of the items. At 127, Ivypaw's moving into Impact Crater to start up these final bosses. MetroidMaster just makes it into Fates Online's now. Plenty healthy here on Ivy's side, so it shouldn't be too tough of final bosses. We're gonna get a nice Impact Crater climb. Very convenient climb. I recommend everyone learn this if you haven't. I only just recently learned this. Does save actually quite a fair amount of time in this Impact Crater. And here we go, starting up final bosses. Tons of misses too. 120 misses is that's a lot. So Metroid Prime Exo has a few set patterns that it starts off with. I believe it either starts with power or wave beam, and then the one it doesn't start with is its next phase, and then it goes to the second subchamber. After that, I don't really know. I think it does either wave or power beam for the first stage again. But after that, I don't know. I am not a extremely experienced speedrunner or racer. But ice. So generally in Exo, the fast stages are going to be anything that's not wave, basically. That was an interesting RNG. So what you want to try to do is deal some extra damage while it's changing colors before it goes into wave, to try and skip those wave phases, like you saw Ivy do there. Because we got a very nice ice spreader use before its wave. The wave phase got skipped entirely. And here again, we got a nice super missile before this wave phase, so that was a very fast wave phase. Ice Spreader can really speed up some of Exo. So we're getting some explanations about how the exact RNG patterns for Exo work. Yeah, I know that there are certain patterns for the exact phase patterns through, at least I believe, subchambers like 1 through 3. And certain ones of them are fast, and certain ones of them are slow. But I am not sure what exactly. MetroidMaster also has that phase on suit, so it looks like they're going to be, meanwhile, doing this maze and similarly warping to start shortly. You have to be careful with these orbs, as I have learned a few times. They do a ton of damage, and it can be a little bit scary. Unfortunate miss by the ice spreader from Ivy there. Now we're heading into that okay, we have finished the last subchamber and we're heading into Essence. What you're going to see Ivy do here is something called, I believe, I'm not sure the technical term, but animation canceling. And so what Essence does is every time it does a certain number of animations before it makes a new pool. So if you shoot it, and it's precisely... Oh, MetroidMaster does not have... sorry. MetroidMaster does not have phase on yet. I did not quite see that. Anyway, if you shoot it at a rather precisely timed interval, you can make it do its individual animations very quickly and force it to go to the next pool very soon. And so you can see Ivy doing that. And so if you do it right, well, first of all, it's faster. But in the last one, okay, we're just going to see 4 pools here. There's another method you can do. Oh no, okay, we're going to see an attempt at the 3 pools. But if you walk out of the pool while you're shooting, it will basically not use up any phase-on from the pool, and that lets you shoot it more times before the pool runs out. But unfortunately, it was, we didn't have quite enough phase-on, quite good enough timing, or the previous phases or something. And we were going to have to do. We're going to have to do 4 pools. But you will see this in action here. I have learned recently that Essence only spawns those evil Metroids when below 1/4 health, and so each pool will do about 1/4. Oh, and there's time by Ivy. Very nicely done. GG's. So unfortunately, MetroidMaster just got their phase on. I guess we'll see if they want to finish up. They are awfully close to final bosses. They may want to just finish up their game. And soon we'll maybe get the winner in here for a post-race interview. but I am not in control of that bot, so I'm not sure how that works exactly. Or, well, we'll see when they show up. I believe you only get I think they're fission Metroids when Essence is below 1/4 health. Is the one thing I've been recently told. And so you can just if you ever see the fission Metroids, you can just unload at Metroid Prime because you know that it's below 1/4 health, and each pool does about 1/4 of Metroid Prime's health. I believe there's a bit of variance, with exact breakpoints, and then I believe each pool does a bit more than 1/4 health when done optimally because of the spread on the shots in the hyper mode. Alright, so it looks like MetroidMaster is probably just going to finish up their game. I'll go DM the, Oh, there you are.
Hello.
GG's, how was that?
It was fun.
That was a pretty fun race. I'm a bit disappointed you didn't pick up that flamethrower or wave buster.
We're failing on this one, or figured we're failing on one, so we're just going all we needed.
Yeah. Power bombs and elite research. Interesting. Anyway, so GG's. Yeah. Do you have anything particular to say about that seed?
Vanilla Thermal.
Vanilla Thermal was pretty funny. What about that ice beam?
We figured ice was vanilla after we were going through. It had to be.
Yeah.
Labs had nothing, so it's like, other than the thermal and the artifact.
Yeah, unfortunately there were some stream issues. So, we didn't get to see, I guess, like, this Thardus, actually, basically since the mid-labs item, I forgot what that's called, where you blow up the thing. You were frozen from there, basically, for, I'd say a good 20 minutes. We didn't get to see any of your stream. So we did miss the vanilla thermal your first time through and where Plasma was.
Yeah, Plaza was workstation.
Yep, we did see it later. Yeah, it was a SpeedGaming issue, not anything on your stream in particular. So, I guess let me ask, what did you really... Was there anything you really disliked about that seed?
Not too much. Other than me nearly dying in labs.
Oh no, did you?
Yeah, once I found Thermal, I was walking back, and then, the Lab Ether pirates kind of pulled me into a corner, or not Lab Ether, Lab Hydra pirates. And then pulled me into a corner and nearly killed me. I had to pee me out to get him out.
Those shadow pirates can be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've almost died many times in mines myself to those shadow pirates, so especially going from mid-mines to front of mines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When there's still little save stations.
Also, I just realized, MetroidMaster does not have payloads there.
Oh, yeah, he does.
No, that's just a tracker thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm doing tracking and commentary, so I'm a bit behind.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I believe they went straight to lower mines, so they got a little bit earlier, but unfortunately there was some...
I figured it was upper, because seriously, typically likes to be upper just to mess with people.
Yeah.
But once it's like, PBs, and I see nothing, it's like, okay, it's lower. It depends on how lower it is. Jay was thinking it was vanilla on OP, because Sam...
Yeah, that's what we were all hoping for, unfortunately.
But that's a vanilla thermal, the vanilla eye is like, is face like gonna be vanilla here?
That would be pretty funny. Unfortunately, not today.
Yeah.
I guess, do you have anything else to say while you're here? I mean, it looks like MetroidMaster is finishing up their seed, so it'll be a little while.
And also early on the speed, the freaking logic thing, how it wanted.
Yeah, it was.
You obviously go to high tone to get morphed, to go back to landing side to get bombs, to then.
Yeah, the beginning was a bit.
They were trying to get
like
boosted to get missile launcher at half pipe.
Yeah. That whole early logic chain was pretty convoluted and painful, honestly.
Yeah. There was some points that I was like, I'll wait for space to grab launch and explosive forgot after I went past it to get to Ghost for Sun Chamber.
Yeah, actually, Space Jump was quite late this seed also. Space Jump's been pretty early in most of the races I've seen so far and the races that I've actually done. So seeing Space Jump in Ice Runes East was pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Looks like Metroid Prime, looks like EXO is doing a little bit of bullying, a whole lot of charging here in the Sun Chamber 4. Let's see, anything else particularly painful? I guess there was really hardly anything in most of Magmore.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, you know, considering how early you got. Well, I guess that Varia was early, but kind of painful location.
It was great, yeah, which I could have gotten a little bit, but it was like, grounding-wise, shooting against tough, and then finding Varia was like, okay, that's possibly Magmore.
Yeah, so that was a bit interesting. That's one thing where the seed could have been quite close, but just due to some very unfortunate and near-miss logic misses by MetroidMaster. MetroidMaster was in Magmore very early, but they didn't check where whatever that room is where you ended up getting that spider ball. They didn't end up going there, and so they cleared out the rest of Magmore, which was nothing, and went back into Chozo. After getting that Varia, and so they didn't end up getting that spider ball and space jump for quite a while, and even though they were really close.
Spider was control A, so
yeah, TTA.
I figured like I could do back labs since that's like okay. Like well, it's gonna Fangs. I figured Fangs since I have the wave on Zoid. I will have like.
A wave on Zoid,
I was
too.
like, oh, well, that's convenient. Alright.
Yep.
And then Space will be used to block the spider, so.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely an interesting seed. There have been a whole lot of, like, all beams, very jet seeds that I've seen lately, and.
Yeah.
This was a bit more complicated, and also, I guess, without.
Like it was. Kind of like.
Yeah. And artifacts were pretty easily accessible.
Like 5 of the 6 were free, except for the
Life Grove Tunnel, I guess, is a bit. Yeah.
That was a bit out of the way, but on that it was pretty much free. Because I had boost early on, like, well, I just needed ice to go for that. Once I found the ice, like, well, let me just go finish go mode, get phase on hand.
Exactly. Yeah, nicely done with that. That was nicely done. I am a bit disappointed you didn't grab that flamethrower. It was right there.
I was tempted. I thought it was Waybuster at first, and then later I saw Waybuster and Corey's like, oh, that was Flamethrower the other one. Okay.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks like MetroidMaster will be finishing up the seed very soon. Oh, unfortunate missing this last pool. Barely any health on Essence. So we'll need one more pool. Yeah, it was kind of funny. I didn't get to see where all of the rest of his Polygon expansions were, but alright, it's literally one shot. What a shame.
It was one in Security Access A.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember the other. Oh. Oh, it's Waterhole Access was one of them. So was that
Oh,
one the
that's
first one he got?
Yep.
Security access A. There goes one of the rooms in Fen. I don't remember what the last one was.
Yeah, because you ended up getting all of them, right?
Something rather, yeah. I didn't see the main team. He's like, yeah, we're just going to phase on. We'll skip it. We don't need time for that.
So let's see. Hopefully we'll get MetroidMaster in here shortly. Yeah, that Ice Rune's East space jump is pretty mean considering. Yeah.
We were thinking it was Canyon, and then I just see it and Spider's like, oh, well, that's not punished.
Yeah. Nothing on Flagra this time, though.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Yeah. There's been a whole lot of Flagra.
Times Plan has usually had something, so...
Yeah, I thought we were going to see Ice Beam Flagra again.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty funny. All right. We're going to get MetroidMaster in here. Yeah, I think the SpeedGaming bot has been kind of slow lately, so I'm not sure if they've gotten it. Oh, I have to mark them done. All right. I'm still getting used to all of this tracking and everything.
Yeah.
So. I assume marking them done is when they get the invitation? I actually don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, good race overall. It was pretty fast considering how much, how kind of obnoxious some of those items locations were. Yeah, the start was really weird. With the, was really early super missiles too, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, Supers with Lily and Alcove to start, so...
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a really weird spot for
Yeah,
supers.
I was expecting Super start.
And yeah, and then Vario was in the tree.
Yeah.
Alright, MetroidMaster will be joining us. There you are.
GG's. Hello. GG's, indeed. Oh, man, so 10 minutes difference from what I could see. What? Wow.
Yeah, so... There were a few unfortunate near logic misses on your side there that mostly made up the difference. The big one that I can think of is that that missed spider ball in Magmore.
Yeah,
in the first run through.
We were just like, what? As soon as we found it.
Yep. That's really unfortunate, and you know, the late space jump makes a pretty big difference there.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were in Magmore quite a bit earlier than Ivy, but you didn't check that that TTA, and so by one going back to clear Chozo, you missed basically. I mean, I guess you did get that wave beam, which is nice.
Yeah, we thought that was like a necessary thing to get. So
yeah.
But yeah, we were like, oh, I guess we should have done that sooner. But we weren't sure how that was otherwise gonna go. I guess movement was probably another thing to try to work on, but I felt like I did the best that I could with what I had.
Yep. Yeah. And then that's something that always just comes with practice. Yeah, Ivy had a little bit faster movement throughout most of the race that I could see anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, really the main thing I would say was just that barely missed Spider Ball. You know, it's
Would have saved some
a bit
time if we had
unlucky.
found it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
It
bit
was one of the
unlucky.
ones that was hard required.
So
Right.
anyway, GG's.
GG's.
Regardless, it's still a pretty close race, all things considered. 10 minutes is not that
Yeah,
big of
Yeah,
a
no,
delay.
and this was still a very otherwise jet seed. Like, I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever had a seed where I've finished in under 2 hours. So
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'm pretty
Nice
darn
job,
happy
man.
with that.
Yeah.
I've had a few of those, but mainly it's just like how seed goes and garbage. And it gets a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about that ice beam, huh?
That was a time.
Yep.
So-
So do you have any comments on that seed overall? Is there anything in particular you really liked or disliked?
I did kind of like how we didn't really have to spend a whole lot of time in mines, which was nice. Other than searching for a Phazon suit, and even then finding Phazon suit was pretty quick. So
Yeah, I took the upper route and took longer, but I found a lot of the other stuff up there.
right.
Because main PBs are in upper research, and then flamethrower Waybuster are up there as well.
Yeah, I definitely feel like us trying to do lower mines first was a little bit out of logic because I didn't find my main PBs. We would just
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely something. But I was like, you know what? If I have at least 2 PBs, I should be okay. Otherwise,
I actually had 4 because I picked up one up in the upper mines too, so I actually had 4 off before the expansion, so
so
I had a bit more ammunition to get through.
yeah, it was a little bit wild. And then finding vanilla thermal visor, just like vanilla ice beam, vanilla thermal visor. And as soon as I saw that was vanilla, I was like, okay, well, I'll just go pick up the artifact and then get the visor so I don't have to worry about Dark Labs and then scoot out. So
Yeah. 2 vanilla ice beam and vanilla thermal is pretty funny. Unfortunate, but funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the thermal was kind of a surprise for us, so it's like, oh, that's surprising because I never had thermal in the race.
Right. Yeah, it's
All right.
absolutely
Well,
wild.
Anything else to say before we end this?
No, I think I'm good for there.
Yeah. I'm sitting
All right.
I'm done, so.
Well, GG's both of you. For those
GG's.
watching, please follow our racers. There's the link in the Twitch chat there. Please follow SpeedGaming, and thank you to SpeedGaming for hosting our races and everything related to that. And if you'd like to, you may also follow me. That is also there in the chat. And once again, GG's, and we'll see you all next week.
We do have one more race if you're interested later tonight.
Oh, we do have another race later today.
Flucky versus User 13?
Yeah, I think that's actually quite soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I might have to stay and watch that one.
3.5 hours?
Oh, so it's not for a while.
So
Okay.
never mind. That's gonna be a little late at night. I got to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yep. All
right.
And that's that. GG's, everyone. See you later.
GG. See you next mission.
See you next